Welcome back, my friends. Happy Saturday, happy February 1st, and happy Black History Month. Welcome back to my last brain cell. I hope that you have some good weekend plans. I know the Pro Bowl is Sunday, tomorrow. That don't really matter, let's be honest. It's snowing where I am. It dumped some snow last night while I was at the gym. So that was fun. Yeah. But I hope wherever you are, if it is snowing, I hope it's not too crazy. And if it is crazy, I hope you're staying safe. And if it's sunny wherever you are, no, I'm jealous. I like winter, so I'm not that jealous. But I don't like dealing with what comes with winter. Like I don't like dealing with like the snow. I don't mind walking in it, but having to drive in it and the safety of that, I don't like that part. But yeah. Anyway, question of the day. And I need to explain where my thought process was and how this question came up. I think I do that a lot because obviously my brain is not your brain, so you don't understand how these thoughts come about. But anyway, growing up in New York City, I did not get in a lot of cars. Like I took public transportation 90% of the time. Unless we were going somewhere far. My mom didn't drive; she doesn't have her license. So unless we were going somewhere really far, we would take a cab. But other than that, we were hopping on trains or buses, right? And sometimes, very rarely, family members would give us a drive because only my aunt really had a car when I was growing up. And she lived in the Bronx, so it was just me, my mom, and my brother, and we would hop on trains and do whatever. So I learned how to travel and do those things really at a young age, which was really nice because having that skill in New York City is it's imperative. You need that to survive. You need to know how the train and bus lines work. But anyway, when I came to the Buffalo area for school, um, you know, damn near everyone had a car. Public transportation up here, while it's here, is not as ubiquitous and it's nowhere near as reliable, in my opinion, compared to New York City. New York City's public transportation can sometimes be hit or miss when it comes to service, but for the most part, it's pretty damn reliable. You know what I mean? Like you can get on it just about, and it's also very accessible. Like I think in Buffalo, the trains and stuff stop at a certain time. You don't have that in the city. They might not run as frequent, but they're still gonna run. But anyway, when I came up here, I got started to get introduced to driving and people on the road and being on the road myself. My girlfriend in college, actually taught me how to drive. Um, you know, uh, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Her grandfather was also very, very helpful in that process too. Um, but anyway, I never realized how crazy people were when it came to driving, right? And now living in Buffalo now, um, or when I first got my own car, I was living in Colorado, right? Let's go back there. I was living in Colorado when I got my first car. And driving out there was pretty peaceful for the most part. Nothing was necessarily close to each other, so drives were usually drives. I sometimes drive to see my dad who lived out there. He was an hour and a half away from where I was, and this is like my first time taking like long drives. I've now become a much more seasoned driver since my first time driving my own car. Damn, it's been almost 10 years. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, so when I was driving, I started thinking about how reckless people are. And one of the things that pisses me off as a driver, and I don't know if everyone has this anger that I have when it comes to this specific thing, but I hate when I see people change lanes without using blinkers. Change lanes, make turns. It really pisses me off. Now, if you get into a turn specific lane, right? Let's say you just tap your blinker and you get into a turn specific lane and your blinker's not on. Okay, whatever. You are in a turn specific lane. So hopefully you know that you were supposed to make that turn. And everyone also around you knows you're going to make that necessary designated turn, right? But if you're just turning on a random street or turning somewhere and just hitting your brakes for no apparent reason, just to turn and no blinker, it really irritates my soul. So I remember at one point, early on in my driving, like when I was learning how to drive, that was one of the things that caught me off guard the most because I wasn't prepared to have to worry about the what if or what is someone doing, right? Like, again, I didn't have much exposure to driving before that point in time. So, an idea that I had, which prompts this question, was yo, imagine if life was like Tron in that, and just for driving. And if you're not familiar with Tron, it's the light cars, right? And they have those basically like damn near light barrier that people use, at least in the game, right? You use it to block people off, and if they crash into it, they are dead or they gotta somehow circumvent it, right? So in my head, I imagined, what if we had technology that, as opposed to just little white lines on the road, there were almost invisible barriers. And the only way for you to cross said barrier or get over to the next lane is to hit your blinker. And if you don't hit your blinker, you're going to meet some resistance. You're not going to crash and die, because that's an extreme, but you're going to meet some resistance. Your car's just not, it's not going to necessarily cooperate. I always thought that'd be really, really cool, because obviously the light tower of crashing and burning would amount to so much death. But I say all that to say, what is an idea that you had that might sound like a good idea, but deep down inside, it's not? Like, what's that concept? Like, another thing I thought about was, imagine, and I don't know why I got this. Like, oh, I heard someone say on some show I think I was watching, I'm so glad that peepholes are one way. And my brain instantly went, holy shit, could you imagine if peepholes were two way? Could you imagine someone knocking on your door, looking inside the peephole, and going, I see you. I know you're there. That'd be the most terrifying statement I think I could hear from the other side of my door. I see you. I know you're there. That's scary stuff. I too am glad that peepholes are one way. Could you, like, the concept of a two-way peephole? Oh, that's, no, thank you. That's terrifying, because no one needs to know whether I'm home or not unless I want them to know. But if you can look in my peephole, just the word peephole just sounds horrible. Anyway, if you can look in my peephole and just know I'm there, yeah, that's not a reality I want to live in. But anyway, question of the day. What's a concept that you thought of that might have initially sounded cool, but deep down inside, nice, you know it's not? Let me know in the comments. And while you're doing that, we're going to move on to pick your poison. Not a lot of cards left, y'all. Every day I say this, and I'm still just shocked at how much progress we've made. I mean, yeah, I guess being at almost 100 episodes, that's what happens. We're almost at 100 episodes. That also doesn't sound real. Yeah, that also blows my mind. All right, we're gonna go with this card. We're gonna go with that card. I was gonna choose this card. Okay, let's see what's going on. Have fingers as long as your forearms. Wear a neck brace for the rest of your life. Have every text you receive immediately read aloud by your phone. That last one is probably the scariest one. Well, okay, having fingers as long as my forearms was initially the most terrifying thing, because the way they worded it, it doesn't sound like my hand is going to be the same size to match the length of my fingers. I'm just gonna have this base with forearm size fingers. I'll basically be like, there's this video I've seen, a recurring video of like this guy in a creature mask or creature costume, and it's black and he's like hunched over. I feel like I'd be walking like him. I'd be walking like this. That felt really racist. Anyway, I can't have fingers as long as my forearms. I also just look like a freak of nature. No, thank you. Having every text I receive immediately read aloud by my phone is also terrifying. So last night, my friends and I were texting, and it's a good thing I was home. But we were texting some things in the group chat, and one of the things we said sounded really crazy. If I was in the public space and I had that read aloud, the eyes that would be on me would be sharp and daggery, and I don't want that at all. I don't need that kind of embarrassment. It's not that, our group chat isn't the craziest thing ever. We're not always talking crazy shit. And what we said last night, in a lot of like, if you had some context, it's also not that crazy. I'm just not about to out demand them right now. You feel me? Like our conversation is our conversation. But yeah, that's not a reality I want to live in. So it honestly just kind of makes my life really easy because I feel like the answer becomes super obvious. Just wear a neck brace for the rest of my life. My neck won't be broken. I'll just always be walking like this, I assume. I've never had a neck brace before. I've never broken any bone on my body. And I'm very grateful for that. Thank God. I've gone my entire life without breaking a single bone. And I'd like to keep it that way. But I feel like, flew too close to the sun. I feel like wearing a neck brace, although it'll be uncomfortable, is the lesser of three evils. So let me know what you guys would pick. Are you going to have your fingers be as long as your forearm? My forearm's pretty long. And like I said, I don't imagine that my hand is going to match the same size because then I'll just have two gigantic hands and a human sized body. Nah, I also don't want, no, thank you. Are you going to have every text you receive immediately read aloud by your phone, or wear a neck brace for the rest of your life? I know you're putting your answers in the comments. I know you are. I'm not going to keep pressuring you. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and grab the wheel because it's time for the wheel of fun. Let us see what the wheel has for us today. Oh, gaming? Listen, y'all. Listen. This is a safe space, right? I gotta be honest with y'all. I think I have a problem. I have been playing so much Call of Duty. So much Call of Duty. I did not get to play Call of Duty as a kid growing up. Like I said to you guys before, I didn't have a PlayStation, I didn't have an Xbox, I didn't have access to Call of Duty as a kid. The first time I played Call of Duty, because my friends and I, we weren't playing Call of Duty even when I got like a PlayStation 4, or my first system outside of like the Nintendo family was I bought myself an Xbox 360. And I was excited. And I bought it because Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think, had just come out. I just graduated college, or maybe it was the year right before I graduated college, and I bought myself an Xbox 360. And then the PS4 and Xbox Ones were announced, and I switched to PS4 because all my friends went the PlayStation route. And when that happened, Destiny came out, and we were stuck on Destiny. Destiny had she was my bottom bitch, man. Destiny was the best game I had played. It hands down. It had its hooks in us. It was unexplainable, the hold that it had on us. But anyway, so I don't think I really started playing Call of Duty until maybe like 3-4 years ago. And even then I was kind of just like, whatever. But right now, for whatever reason, I'm addicted. It's all I play. I sometimes open up Marvel Rivals. I haven't touched Warhammer since I started playing Call of Duty. And Warhammer for the last couple of months was like so let's go back. Let's go back to right before the new year. Let's start in September. So September, I want to say, was like Wukong, right? And then Sparking Zero came out along with Warhammer. So I had dropped Wukong, I played a little bit of Sparking Zero, and I was playing Warhammer. And I was playing those two back to back. And then I want to say around November, December is when Call of Duty came out. And I put it off because my biggest thing when it comes to Call of Duty 2 is the size of the game. It's just gigantic. And I don't have an SSD chip in my PlayStation. I don't have the separate like drive. So I rely on the storage console, or the console's base storage for all my games. And Call of Duty takes up a fifth of that. So if my games are big, I can't have many games at a time, like simultaneously on my PlayStation. But one of my friends was like, yo, I'm back on it, blah, blah, blah. I bought it. Like, it's been fun. I said, you know what? I'll get it too, right? And the friend that had bought it at the time, he actually isn't even playing it right now himself. But I started playing it, and it's just the reason I played Destiny so much is because it made me feel like there was some bloodlust rising in my body. And I'm just, all these aliens in front of me, they're going down. Your big boss, they're going down. I'm making my weapon stronger. I'm getting my abilities up. And I'm fucking these niggas up. I'm taking the war to them. That's how Destiny felt. Call of Duty doesn't have that big of a, like, fantasy feel. but it's just so much fun. I love shooter games, and Call of Duty it's ticking every box, scratching every itch. I've been addicted to it. Now, here's why I say I have a problem. I've been playing this game for maybe 3 months now nonstop. I don't remember the first day I got it. I want to say I definitely had it before my birthday, so I might have had it like early December, late November. And I had been racking and stocking my like double XP tokens, okay? So at one point, I want to say it was either right before or right after the new year, I prestiged. I had never prestiged before because I didn't play Call of Duty like that before. And I was like, damn, I wonder what happened. So I prestiged and I learned the hard way that everything resets from your weapons to your operator, everything. You have to put everything back the way you want it, your loadouts, you know. It's good to know though that they keep the mods that you've made for your guns, those stay, but you gotta redo your loadouts, right? Again, I'm a newbie. I had never prestige before. And I was telling my friend, like, yo, I prestige, like blah blah blah, that's cool. Today is February 1st. As of this moment, I am Prestige 4. And you know, that wouldn't be a problem. Here's the issue. Last weekend, it was either last weekend or the weekend right before, but I'm like 90% that it was just last Saturday or last Friday night. I said to my friends, yeah, yo, I'm on the sticks right now, blah blah blah. I'm not going to bed until I reach Prestige 4. And I did at like 1 in the morning. I finally hit Prestige 4. And I want to say it was also double XP weekend. And I was just playing COD. I wanted to complete the season was about to be over. I wanted to complete the battle pass. Like I wanted to get all these things and I wanted to hit Prestige 4 before the new season. That was last Friday. Today is February 1st. And as of this moment, as of this recording at 9:48 a.m., February 1st, Happy Black History Month, I'm level 54. For those of you who don't understand what it takes to prestige, you only have to reach level 56. I can't be stopped. I don't know what the problem. I don't know if it's a problem. I wouldn't categorize it as a problem. My friend keeps calling me, so I convinced one of my other homies to get the game, which is another reason why I'm playing because he and we just vibe with each other's bloodlust. Like, yo, what the fuck, yo, what's this? What's this nigga doing? Yo, kill him, blah 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 blah. I got this kill, I got first blood. Like we be going hype. He just prestige. He just got the game a couple weeks ago, so he's also gross because he prestige in a short time as well. Yeah, I'm about to hit Prestige 5. Like, I won't have time to play until tomorrow. I think I got some plans today. I'm going to be out and about. But if I didn't have plans today, let me tell you, I'm very much a homebody. I'm very comfortable being a homebody. I don't want to go outside unless I have to. I go outside for the gym, for work, for events and activities that are, like, important. And maybe I treat myself, right? Maybe I'll go take myself to dinner or get some drinks. Maybe I'll go to the movies, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I stay home and I chill. Like I'm very okay just chilling in the crib. So I play a lot of video games. So let me tell you, if I didn't have anything to do today, I'd be Prestige 5 in less than 2 hours. Guaranteed. Like I want to say I had just hit 54 last night and I was like, that's enough. I need to go to bed. If I didn't have that moment of clarity, I would have hit Prestige 5 last night. But I stopped myself. I had some level of control. But mark my words, tomorrow, February 2nd, all bets are off. I'm prestiging tomorrow. Guaranteed. Mark my words. Anyway, before I let y'all go, as a reminder, Mission 1K, y'all. Mission 1K, please, please, please. We are on a mission to reach 1,000 followers. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come check out the My Last Brain Cell Pod. And while you are here, and if you got to this moment, know I appreciate you. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there are things you want me to do. Let me know if you have questions that you want me to ask. You can ask me questions, and I'll ask the mandem, you know, the audience and whatnot. So yeah. Before we wrap up though, too, as a reminder, Yeah, that was right word. The pizza review is also up. Slice of Buffalo, episode 11, I think. We went to Lockport City Pizza, and I definitely understand why it's a favorite among Lockport residents. Yeah, I get it. That cheese pizza was definitely amongst the best cheese pizzas I've ever had. The cheese and pep was all right. I think what threw me off experience-wise is they cut it in these weird, bizarre shapes. It wasn't a triangle slice like a normal pizza. It was like someone went in there. It was almost like they put a blindfold on Edward Scissorhands and said, "Cut this pizza." And he just did this. And they said, "That's enough. You're free to go." That's what it looked like. But it was also still good. But that cheese pizza, let me tell you right now, if you are ever in Lockport, New York, go check out Lock City Pizza. You will not be disappointed. You won't be. If you want more in-depth analysis, though, go check out the pizza review. It's up right now on the channel. Stop bothering me. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. I hope that the next full week of February is good to y'all. I hope you had a good January as well. Once again, happy Black History Month. Until next time, my friends, this is King Echo, signing off.